y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow. Got another one here for you, man. I just want to say what's up to everybody here.
Yes, but when you a fella, I say you got me, man. That's what I'm saying.
It's your boy Tim Snow. Takes for the story family. Salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow. Takes for the story family. Salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow.
Texas Prison Story family, salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow. We're live all over the place. Let me see here. Let me get it live going too. We're live on YouTube, live on Facebook on my personal page. We're live on the Texas Prison Story page and live on IG too. I sure wish this would let us go live on TikTok at the same time, but for some reason they're stingy. They won't let us do it. But if you're watching on Facebook, y'all do me a favor and click that share button. Help get this out there. If you're watching on YouTube, double tap the screen. And if you're watching on Facebook, hit the thumbs up. I hate to say that, sound like everybody else, but it really does help the videos. Helps the algorithm. Let's see something. Make sure the audio's all right. Let me turn it up a little bit for y'all. Hey, much love, Wack Deuce. I was just getting ready to let a couple people in and say, y'all say a prayer for my brother Wack Deuce against the grain. Health issues are going on at this very moment. I'm going to say one for you myself tonight because I promise, man, I hope you start feeling better. For sure. Seagoville, Texas. Salute, Cindy. Much love, ZG. Jason Contreras. Salute, man. So I do have some... I was actually going to start with that, and ask people to pray for Wack Deuce, but here he goes himself. Still ask y'all to pray, no matter what religion you are, or if you, I don't care what you are. We want them to get better, right? And I did talk to 2 scoops today. He got some bittersweet news that the feds are coming to pick him up. He said that he should be gone by Tuesday. And he is ready to get out of CDCR, where he says the cops are crooked. They have an axe to grind with them. And it's just not where he wants to be right now. But the bittersweet part is they're taking him to the ADX, Florence, Colorado. You know what they call it, the Alcatraz of the Rockies, because it's so isolated. And then in there, if they want to, they can isolate you even more. Right? It can literally be no human contact. 1 15-minute phone call every month. So we're praying that it's not that. But who knows what they're going to do to him. You know what I mean? It just is what it is, right? He even told me himself, it just is what it is, Snow. I'm just here for the ride. So that's realistic facts. Crystal, salute. Deuce, salute. I see y'all coming from Facebook, too. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the thumbs up. If you're watching on YouTube, double tap the screen. And if you're watching on Instagram, I cannot see the comments on Instagram, so I apologize if I'm ignoring you. Okay, solid behind blue eyes, he's watching. I was just saying, we pray that he goes to general population over there. We don't want to see no more locked in a box. That's not what's up. Not at all. But it's time to get away from CDCR, where those people have an axe to grind. So you can basically tell them, kiss your ass at this point. Scoops, for real. And I wanted to clear something up and talk about something, right? Because there was some confusion in the comments on what he was saying yesterday. He got a little bit excited, right? And I did too. And he moved so fast from Dubs that he went straight to 59J. But let's clear something up, and you can tell them I said this, and I don't give a damn because it's facts. That Dub's own big homie from the organization that he's scared to say the name of, that he calls Legends, is the one that said, yes, he debriefed. Yes, he told. I talked to Scoops significantly earlier on this subject. If you are considered a gang member, if you are locked in the shoe because you're an affiliate, any of this, the only way to leave that situation is by debriefing. The only way to debrief is by telling on everything and everybody you know. So anybody on YouTube, from that way, this is the message that Scoops wanted to get across to everybody. That hell no, he's not a dropout. Yes, he's GP. yes, he still has his respect. He's right here in the comments. Salute to you, my brother. The message that he's trying to get out is that these guys are living a fake life, right? And they're making good money doing it. But they're also promoting the BS at the same time. Their entire content is ripping people apart, tearing people down, saying things that ain't true, opinions that nobody asked for, shit like that, right? His only point that he had was stop talking about him and his when you're living a lie, right? And yes, I'll say it clearly again. He knows, of course, his big homies, the ones he calls legends, and I'm speaking on dubs, he calls these men legends, legendary. And Scoops is one of them that he calls legendary, right? Don't call me right now. Oh, yeah, okay. Somebody legendary, right? Hold on, I didn't even expect this.
An incarcerated individual at the California State Prison, Presa, California.
I didn't know he was
This
gonna call.
and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hey, what's up, brother?
So this is a first for my show. I've never had a live call in her. I didn't expect it, but what's up, man? Salute. I'm glad you got to listen. I was just saying we're praying for you, and I was asking them to do the same thing. That, man, we need you to get to a better situation. We don't want to see nobody going through this bullshit that these people are trying to torture you. They're trying to break you mentally at this point. I mean, goddamn, you give somebody life without parole. What the fuck else do you need to do to them? Lock them in a little box for what? You know what I mean? It's not just don't make no sense, fam. Like,
yeah, I figured. I heard you, man. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give him a call and see what happens.
well, of course.
What's cracking with you, man?
You know I'm gonna answer. So I was just telling him what you said about Dubs. Of course, I didn't say any names or anything. Like, how would Scoops know? But listen, how would Scoops not know his big homie, the ones that on his channel he claims that are legendary? He's scared to say their name, but he implies and infers to them constantly, right? He alludes to them. He uses their what would you say, mystique. He uses their image, their reputation to benefit him, right? And his own. You tell them what they said about him right now live.
So I set the record straight, bro. You know me. I don't mince words, man. So here's the thing, folks. I don't know who's saying what, nor do I really care. But I'm GP active, been active 31 years, 27 in the hole. I know Dubs' his homeboys, his big homeboys, man. The OG homeboys, the ones he calls legends. I know them personally. Been around them my whole prison career. I don't know Dubs. I ain't got a problem with Dubs myself.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
That's not even an issue. I don't even know the man. Never been at the same prison with him at the same time. You know, so they said, this is what they said, man, that he checked out, locked it up, and debriefed. And that he no good. That's what they told me when I asked them about the man on YouTube. And they know him very well, and he goes by Joker. And his own homeboy, a friend of mine, who I won't say his name, but, you know, he's been back here a couple of times in the past 5 years. And just the last time, you know, he got jacked up off the main line when my friend got killed, man, and so they brought him back to the hole for it, and I talked to him about this dude. And he said, man, Scoops, I known that dude I was on CR with that dude for many years, man. That dude's no good. He got validated, and he debriefed, and what debriefing means, folks, and don't get it twisted, I don't care what anybody says, man. What debriefing means is they write an autobiography on their entire criminal career. And if they seen their mama smoking weed when they were kids or whatever they done in life, they gonna have to say it. And they're going to have to rat on people. They're going to have to tell on people. Now, and if I had $1 for every time I heard a debriefer say, oh, I didn't snitch, I set parameters, they couldn't talk about this, and the other, I'd be a rich-ass wood, home. I'd be rich.
Let me ask you something, Scoop. Let me ask you something. So what they were saying in the comments, right? And here's what confused me. I don't know. I'm not from California. First of all, they're saying I don't have no business speaking on this, right? I'm not speaking on this. This is Scoop speaking on this. This is him. But let me ask you something, though. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. That's just me saying fuck them, right? Here's the question I have for you. Can you think of any way that a man could get validated as an associate of any one of those families and then leave the shoe without telling on people, without working with the police? Like, is there some kind of trick other than...
Not before the Astor settlement. So they did have this thing called the Castillo settlement, which was a 6-year inactive status review. But if you lived around any other associates, that was getting shot down. And you're not getting out of prison from the shoe ever unless you debrief. And then after the Astor settlement, you could. But before the Astor settlement, absolutely not. And I'm going to tell you, there's somebody named Blue Devil who's slinging some paperwork out there with Doug's name on it. That's legit, according to Doug's big homeboy. The guy Doug's calls Leslie. Like I said, man, I don't know the guy. I watched some of his content myself. He's been around, but I don't know this dude. I don't have an axe to grind against this dude. I just met Tim Snow a few days ago, and he asked me about some of these dudes on YouTube, and I told him what we know. This is in California State Prison, folks. And like I said, I don't have an axe to grind on this dude. It ain't personal. I ain't got nothing to hate on the dude about. I never met the dude. I just know the facts. I know the facts, and that's where I live. And he living a lie and playing whack-a-mole every time a comment come up or a rumor come up with his name on it. That's his lie. That's not my lie or y'all's lie to live. That's his lie to live. So, like I said, man, I'm just going to tell the truth and keep it real. I'll probably continue listening to some of his shit. I don't give a fuck. I can't touch the dude. He's like, I'm in a prison cell, bro. He's free.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't have a personal axe to grind. Like, it ain't like he stole my cookies or something. Like, I don't even know the dude. But his own folks right here say he's a debriefer. And that means he snitched on people.
Right, so here's what you don't even understand is there's other YouTubers out there also, right, that they're benefiting greatly by telling stories, current shit that happens, bro. Something can happen right now.
Yeah.
They'll make a video about it without knowing any of the real true facts, profit off of it, and don't care if it's real or not. You know what I'm saying? And they have the same, but listen, they have the same stories that, they got validated, they left, they went to a 50-50 yard out of the hole and all this other shit. And at the time when they was locked up, that's before you're talking about these lawsuits right there, I do believe. So there, you've already said there's no way in hell they're telling the truth. None of them.
Right. No, that's crap, bro. That is straight bullshit right there, man. And the fact of the matter is, y'all got to be careful, man. Y'all, the public, got to be careful. That's all I'm saying, because I take offense when people are making money off the public with lies. I don't like that, man. I think that's wrong. I've never done nobody dirty. I've never hurt nobody. I ain't no snitch. I'm GP, and I'm going to be GP until the day I die, and then my soul going to be GP.
No, for
my
real.
My soul's GP. So, and like, bro, I just went through a major RICO case. Major case. They were trying to ice me. They were trying to unalive me by death penalty in a federal level. And I never wavered. never waver. I didn't even blink an eye. Like, bring that motherfucker. Come put this motherfucking acid in my veins. I'm going to the dirt. You're not going to ice me, man. I'm not going to waver. I'm not going to sell my soul like these other cats, snitch tubers, have done for a couple bucks. It don't mean that much to me, man. My integrity means more to me than anything.
I know
So
that's
that's what I
right.
got to say about it. And whatever he creates, whatever he claps back on, I don't even care, man. I've never met the dude. I've never been at the same prison with the guy at the same time. I don't know the cat. I've never been in no incidents with the cat. I've never even met the cat in prison. Never been on a yard with him. So whatever he says, just understand he pissed off. And I get it. But, hey, man, that's your lie, bro. You the one living that lie. And you can't expect us not to do our job just because you committing fraud on the public. We gonna do our job, man. I'm here with they big homies, with they people, with their people. And they tell me he debriefed. He no good. He a lockup case and he told on shit. That's all I know. So other than that, that's what I got to say, bro.
Yeah, check this out, Scoop. Somebody in the comments right now just said she would watch their lives, meaning him and his friend, and they would beg for money. And then the next live, they would get drunk and brag about how much money they have. Now, what type of shit is this?
I know. That's terrible. Whoever said that right now, man, I'm sorry you had to watch that, man. And I'll tell you guys, man, just be careful, right? Be careful with who you believe, man. You know, and I ain't out to cause nobody no harm, right? Hey, Jim, you know me, bro. You know, you got to know me, Josh. Homie, hang out, know my wife know me. My wife know. She ain't gonna be with no liar. My wife is a solid motherfucker, man. She ain't gonna be with no motherfucking liar, no game player. Shit. My wife got convict blood in her.
Oh, for real. Say, man, listen, yeah, listen, them women, one thing you better understand, them women smarter than we are 9 times out of 10. Boy, that's lay back. They'll lay back and play possum on our ass. We don't know what's going on. They done figured out everything way before we did. We think we smart. Yeah, them women are sneaky. That's what's going on.
They will cut you.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, they will cut you.
Yeah, but when you get a good one at the same time, you got to take care of them too, because they're rare. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Right.
So listen, man. I was telling them the news. I know you did the video on your channel, but tell them yourself what they told you today. What happened?
So they came to me about 8:45, 9 o'clock. Y'all check me out. Solid Behind Blue Eyes, man. Go check me out, folks. I started the channel. It's small, but you know, help me out, man. Hit this like and subscribe. All my shit, Tim shit, everybody. So they can't. I've been waiting on this bus, on this plane to go to the federal BOP. And so this morning they came to me and they took my blood. And as they took my blood, they said, "Hey man, you're out of here." And I said, "Where am I going?" They said, "You're going to Colorado, ADX Supermax." I said, "Wait a minute, hold up. I'm going to Supermax." They said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I'm sentenced to California." And they go, "Well, I don't know how this is going. I just know what the feds said." They called. They sent a direct order, take his blood for DNA. You know, because they do that in California to make sure you ain't got no cases and no link to nobody in case or whatever. And a lot of people don't like taking their DNA. I mean, giving up their blood for DNA in here because they might have some freaky shit in the closet. But that's their problem, not mine. I got no problem giving up my motherfucking sangre, DNA. I ain't got no problem. So that's what they said, bro. In the next 5 or 6 days, I'll be catching a flight to motherfucking nowhere. And we going to see what happens from there, bro. I'm going to push like a motherfucker to get back to Cali with my people, you know?
So,
and I hope
listen.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
One thing I can promise you, listen, one thing I can promise you, yeah, I have got to know you pretty good. I know Josh real good. I've known him for some years right now. I told you he's the only YouTube. I know Josh knows the people that we're talking about, right? This world is complicated. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. Nobody gives a damn. What is real, right? But no matter what,
Real, man.
you now have made two friends that have platforms that have voices where they can't. You're creating your own, and I'm gonna help you the best I can to create yours bigger. Because the way they take advantage of y'all, the way they get away with abusing you and just hiding you, is by silencing your voice. And you're doing the smartest thing
Yeah.
ever right now, Scoops. You're building your voice. Then you're fixing
Right.
to leave in 3 days where they're gonna try to silence you, and it's not gonna happen. You understand? That is
Right.
the
You
best
have
part.
60 seconds remaining.
Hey, Jim, I'm gonna call you right
Yeah.
back. Cool.
Call me right back. Yeah. All right. All right. Sorry, y'all. If y'all don't know, that's two Scoops right there. He just got a federal. Well, he pleaded guilty and got a federal life sentence, which we know is life without parole in the feds. And they told him today that they're getting ready to take him to the ADX, which is known as the Alcatraz of the Rockies. Basically, Supermax, where they send the worst of what they consider the worst of the worst.
This is Global Tel Link. You have a prepaid call from
Right.
an incarcerated individual at the California State Prison for Presa, California. This call and
My
your
bad.
telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You
They're
have a
mov-
prepaid
they're moving
call.
too
You will
fast,
not
and I'm
be
trying to pay
charged for
attention
this
to him.
call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
All right now.
All right, yeah, no problem. So I was telling them, basically, ADX has a reputation, man, of the Alcatraz of the Rockies. That's really what they call it, you know, and it's got to be a bittersweet feeling and a fucked up feeling, really,
Oh,
not
yeah.
knowing what these people got planned
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, man. The unknown. You know, that's the power of the unknown right there, bro. When you got the unknown power on your side, you know, it kind of tilts the advantage, right? And but you know, I'm ready, man. I'm ready, and I'm ready to see what this next chapter brings, and I'm definitely working my way back to California and trying to get some courtesy parole thing when I'm 51. You know, I'm going to fight my ass off, man. I've been fighting 31 years, folks.
Hell
I've
yeah.
been fighting my ass off 31 years, man. And I ain't going to stop fighting.
So, I mean, one thing I have realized, right, I'm getting ready to turn 45. I know you're about 50 at this time, man. You know, like I know, and everything happens for a reason. Whether we understand it or not, while it's happening for a reason. That's how I make it in life, right? That's how I survive all the bullshit going on with me sometimes. It's just saying, maybe I'm just telling myself that. Hopefully I'm not, but I do believe everything happens for a reason, and I feel like at the end you're gonna be much more happy. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll have a better action. So if you're locked in a box, you don't even got good access to a real legal library. You get to the feds, you can work the population. You got a real legal library with real good ass jailhouse lawyers right there. Real access to your real lawyer. You know what I mean? Like they probably won't be, hopefully not opening your legal mail like California is doing. You know what I mean? Like you have more opportunity to work on that at 51 than you do sitting in that box right there.
Right.
So,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Absolutely, man. You know, I know, you know, it's quite a ways from my family and my wife and stuff. You know, Colorado's 2 states over and shit. But I'm not hoping to be there too long. But I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. And you know, a lot of my life has been bad luck. It's been bad luck until I met my wife, and that was the best luck in my world, man. And then meeting y'all, and you guys pushing for me and supporting my movement, supporting my fight. Because if y'all heard the 2 videos me and Tim did already, y'all know my story. And none of that's bullshit. I don't live a lie. Folks, I do not live a lie. And like it or not, man, I don't care. I'm going to give you what I think is right and move on. It ain't my opinion about other people's reputation. That's a fact. And that dude 59J, he's a liar. He's a big mouth. He's bullshitting. Let me ask you this, bro. How can anybody who was GP that snitched on GP folks and went PC, went SNY, and they already PC'd up one, and then they joined the gang on the SNY side of the fence, And then they snitched on the snitches. They snitched again. And then they parole and call themselves a good, honorable, integrity man. Man with integrity.
So
and then their viewers, watch it, their viewers attack my channel or say something about me. And they're, supporting them, their friends, their people, their channel. But they don't know the truth. And it's like, I'm sitting here telling y'all the truth. And you're going to say this man got integrity, or nobody can tell him what to do, and he's all this, and you're telling people what to do. I ain't never told a man alive what to do. You know, and so all that hype that they put on us, the boogeyman scare tactic crap that they used. Oh, we were young, we got tired. They got tired of the politics. They got tired. They got fucked up. But what they're not telling you is what they did wrong. They're not telling you that they ratted on everybody to get out of prison or to get out of this shoe. And they not telling you they don't be weighed. They not telling you they stole. They not telling you they some weirdos or got some weirdo charges or snitched on 5 or 10 people or whatever. But that's what they not telling you.
So you know what though, Scoops? I always say, I say it like this. I don't understand. Why am I getting this echo? Hold on. Oh, you know what? It's coming off your tablet. That's what's going on. Ain't no big deal. Listen, I don't understand why people like that would even come on the platform, why they would do this, other than they're just greedy. They're just doing this for money, man. They're not trying to, they have no message.
They're not trying to change anybody.
No, have no message. They're not trying to tell people this is not the life you want. Dub's entire platform is about ripping people down. Like, he does something. So I'm going to ask you something, Scoops. Can you give me something?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
check this out. You know who Wes Watson is?
Yeah. I know who that guy is as far as social media, but I don't know him in prison. None of us know that guy, but we know he's a social media character. So I think you and your homies are the people that Wes Watson has always pretended to be. Like, he is like emulating an over exaggerated version of y'all, like telling these shoe stories and saying how he was running things and he was the head wood and that people were listening and things. And you know. He has millions of followers and he's now made millions of dollars lying like this about like trying to emulate the real white men. What the hell is going on? People believe anything. I know, man. That's a shame, man. And if you look on my channel, Solid Behind Blue Eyes, I did a live video probably about, I don't know, but yeah, it's live. And I said, Wes Watson, who is she?
Oh,
because
man.
That's what I look at that dude like. Because
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. That's cold. Because listen, his whole spiel is, Wes Watson's whole spiel is that he's the alpha male, right? That there's no alpha male, no male on the world is more alpha than him, and you just called him who is she. And so it's hilarious as fuck once you realize who, his whole get down, right?
Yeah. And so I asked the fellas, I even asked some of the lower levels about the dude, and nobody knows the dude. Let me tell you something. Nobody that's real about their life and real about who they are is going to go around and say they're shot callers. Nobody in their right mind would admit that to the public. Like the real people. The real motherfuckers like myself and my bros and my friends and my Rico case homeboys, we're not going to go around saying, hey, we should shot call. Nah, man, we were calling shots. And nobody knows this turd, man. He's a level 2. Now watch this, though. He went out, he did some time, and he went to out-of-state time. And back in the mid-2000s, they were sending low-level offenders, level 2, level 3 offenders out of state, because they were doing this big shuffle and trying to decrease the inmate number of prison numbers. And he was one of those. And he pulled, and he tells this story. I pulled into this area and I said, where's my rack? You know, like where's my rack? Meaning, where's his bunk in this gym? You know, a gym, right? And
Yeah.
and he's in a gym, a door. No real motherfucker gonna be in no damn gym, bro. And nobody knows him. He's just a YouTube personality. He built you guys. He worked y'all. He lied to everybody. It's just a big fucking lie, man. It's a scam, folks. It's a damn scam. What do I gotta do to tell y'all, man? It's a scam. Don't believe it, man.
So,
And I don't know the dude, but you know, if he wants to sell his workout videos, sweating to the oldies with Richard Simmons, that's on him.
oh man, that's
You know?
what you to him, Fred. You know what I'm doing? Oh man, you got me laughing. I'll never laugh on this. Sweating. I can see. How come I can see Wes Watson in them blue, the American flag shorts with the little tank top and the afro, sweating to the oldies. I can just see it right now.
His little tight butt huggers.
Yeah,
His little tight butt huggers. Hey, Tim, what gets under my skin is they work the poor public, man. All you guys are listening to old Scoots right now, man. Check my shit out. I did a video on him, solid behind, blue eye. And it's on the live, Wes Watson, who is she? That was right after I went around asking my people about this dude. Nobody knows him. He's just a YouTube personality, lying to the public, getting paid off y'all. And that's just a fact.
Yelling,
And there's
bro,
some
listen.
cops that hate.
He yells and screams and hollers at them and calls them sissies
I
and
know.
all this. Like, this is how.
I know.
This is the foolish shit that people are looking up to. So man,
Yeah.
that's why I was telling you, Scoops. Listen, you know me by now pretty good. That's why I told you got to have a thick skin. And a lot of times I won't speak on shit. I spot fake shit out of these people and fake shit out of their characters constantly. But you know what? When the real people get to speaking on it, they tend to believe the fake motherfucker because he's louder. Hey, louder doesn't mean
That's a
harder.
shame.
Louder don't mean harder because the
Let me tell
quiet
you
motherfucker in the corner is the one that's gonna get you, right or wrong. Come on now.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. The louder motherfucker in the room like that, they bullshit. And I always tell dudes, I live off of substance. I live off of substance, not personality, not loudness, not my charisma. I live off of honor, loyalty, and integrity to what's right. And it's not right to snitch on people. It's not right to hurt women and children. We protectors as men of women and children. It's not right to go around and lying on people.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
It's not right to bamboozle people for a few dollars. It's not right. It's not right. And look, I got haters too. And my haters, though, they're snitches and cops. Which one are you?
No.
Whoever's
for real.
hating on me, which one are you?
No.
Which
for
one are
real.
you, a snitch or a cop? Are you a snitch cop?
Hey, listen, Josh is in the comments right now, homie. Hang out. He said if he had $1 every time he got a comment saying he was wrong about something on his videos, he comes with the facts. He comes with the paperwork. He comes with the documents, dog. He'll have screenshots from the county, and they'll still say he's lying in the comments. Just the same way Two Scoops tells you somebody is no fucking good, and he knows his big homies. So listen, one thing about Dubs, I hate to double back to that, is one thing about it. He won't say the word Aryan Brotherhood, Mexican Mafia, Nuestra Familia, Black Guerrilla Family, right? Like those words are not even in his vocabulary. He refuses to say them, yet he calls all of y'all legends. He don't just call them legends. He calls you one. He calls, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's calling you a legend.
let me tell you.
But no, listen, he's calling you a legend as well. But his fans aren't understanding who the hell you are, so they're not believing it. These people brainwashed is what's going on.
Well, if you want to know who I am, go read my RICO case indictment. That's just a little piece. In the Eastern District, United States versus Ronnie Yandell, I was indicted 2019. But that's not who I am. That's just my life.
Yeah.
That's my life. And I just went through the whole indictment standing with my integrity intact. And let me tell you something. When this guy uses legends, here's what he's doing. Like, a lot of people refer to us as legends, right? And it's kind of like a homage, right? You're paying homage to the guys that fucking that are older and been around a lot longer than you and made it better for you to walk the line, and we changed the system and all this crap. I don't got a problem with that. What I got a problem with is the false shadow behind it. It's like he's using it in my eyes. He's using it to try to keep.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
To try to keep people off balance, like he's still walking his line, and that's his lie that he's living. That's his lie that he's living. Let me call you back, homeboy.
Yeah, of course.
Let me call you back. This is fun.
Call me right back.
I'm having fun, man.
I'm having fun too. I appreciate it. Call me right back. All right. So listen, y'all, that's 2 scoops right there. Solid mainline GP inmate. And we're fixing to ask him a question. This question is actually from one of my subscribers who has a dope channel. It's my man Mad Max's woman. It's called M Star Media. I'm going to shout her out. M Star Media asked, how is it possible that an active person, a GP inmate type person, is talking on a video? So here's the next question I'm getting ready to ask him, and after that I got another one. So we might as well enjoy.
This is Global Tellink. You have a prepaid call from
Brian.
an incarcerated individual at the California State Prison, La Presa, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now.
Hey, Scoops, I got something for you that I totally forgot about. One of my friends, actually, okay, this is one of my friends, his old lady. She has a channel. Shout out to her. It's M Star Media.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
All right, you there?
Yeah, my bad. I thought you was already hearing me. Listen, I got a question for you that I want you to explain to everybody. You explained it on the last video, but some people didn't catch it. So there's a rumor.
Shoot.
One of my day one subscribers. His name is Mad Max. His woman has a channel called M Star Media, and I seen it's a dope channel.
Oh.
If you're from California,
I know who she is.
Yeah, she goes and harasses the police officers, dog. It's hilarious, right? She's one of those people. But so anyway, M Star Media, which probably did subscribe to you because I asked people to do it. They're good people, right? Her and Max are a couple. But anyway, she said, and there is the rumor that a GP inmate from California cannot do a YouTube video like we're doing right now. Can you explain, like, that information is coming from the guys that debriefed and dropped out, though, right?
Yeah, that's crap. And shout out to N-Star Media. Thank you for subscribing to Solid Behind Blue Eyes. I know who you are. I've listened to your work, and it's great work. Thank you for your help and participation. And so, here's the thing. That's a stigma. We can talk whenever the hell we want to talk. And we spoke out during the hunger strikes. We wrote letters to all the major newspapers. Hell, this is the funny thing. I wrote Harvey Levin at TMZ. We all wrote Harvey Levin at TMZ.
See.
We wrote The Talk, that show called The Talk on CBS with Whoopi Goldberg and them, and we let them know the problems in our prison system. We spoke out. We've been speaking out for many, many years. My bro Ronnie Yandel at Sunflower 33 on YouTube channel speaks out himself. My friend Turtle Tortuga from Colton did a wonderful interview on, I think it was, I don't remember the name of it, but I'll find it and let you know later.
Man, let me know, because I want to watch it myself, for real. You keep saying it, but I don't know. Yeah, so just let me know.
Okay, I got you. So he did a wonderful interview with a reporter, letting the world know what we did on the hunger strikes. Watch the movie called The Strike on PBS. They did another wonderful movie on it. my friend Jack Moore, shout out to Jack, and Dolores Canales spoke out. Dolores' son is a friend of mine, Johnny Martinez. Shout out to Johnny Martinez. And that's one of those big people right there. And, but anyways, he spoke out several times on a thing called Hoodstack or Hoodstock or whatever it is.
Hoodstock,
and let the world know what's going on. He let the world know what's going on. So that false narrative that we don't speak out is dead wrong. We do. We just don't speak out about certain yard politics. And when we tell a story, it's like this. Oh, I seen this dude's brains get blowed out the side of his fucking head with a 45-pound dumbbell.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I seen this dude's brains get blowed out the side of his skull in 1997 on the weight pile. No, I don't say no names. I don't say where. I don't say how. I mean, whose name it is. We know how to talk without crossing any lines. So, and I'm here to say, and I'll say it again. Whoever said that, still on YouTube, you are a snitch. You're a lying rat. You probably lay down with children, because that is a lie. That's a lie. So let me debunk that, folks. That's a lie. My buddy Turtle from Colton is still in Centinela. My partner Ronnie is a solid motherfucker. He speaks out, and he spoke out probably about a month ago. Put out some real good shit on Sunflower 33. I speak out. There's a guy named Caleb Kapner, 187 Media, I think it's called. My wife is in the chat, I'm sure. She'll tell you. We spoke out. Several of us spoke out on that guy's platform. So check it out. But don't believe the hype. Stop believing these rats. You're believing the rats, and that's a shame.
It's a shame. It really is. So that's what it goes back to. This. So there's so much interest in this scoop. Like, I don't know what it is, right? I think it's the fact. It's not only the movies, it's documentaries. There's especially YouTube. That's like a world that people that have never experienced it are so intrigued and interested about it. When we've actually been through it and you're living it right now, getting ready to get transferred, this shit ain't interesting. This is not the life you want, people. That's what I'm saying. This ain't it. But I get the fascination, right? It's like the people that look at the moon every day, bro, and they wonder about the moon. It's the same people wondering about prison type shit. Is the only way that I can put it. But then, though, listen, we also have another. There's three types of people that watch this, Scoop, and you need like 2 or 3 more subscribers to get 1,000. Shout out your channel real quick before I say that.
You guys check out Solid Behind Blue Eyes, Pellets Bay Hunger Striker, man. Go subscribe so I can get 1,000. Come on, folks, help us out over there. M-Star Media, thank you for subscribing. You're the bomb. And just please don't believe no snitches. Please.
No, so
I'm telling you now, that's a bunch of shit. Check us out. Get us to 1,000, folks.
First thing I'm going to say to your wife, when this video ends, you go onto your YouTube stuff on the computer and you just change the name to Solid Behind Blue Eyes. Take the BP, SP, Hunger Strike off and put the separations in the words so it makes it easier. That's my first tip for her right there, because his channel is Solid Behind Blue Eyes. You'll find it, but it's a little bit longer of a name, but it's in the video description of the last 2 we did. But so this is what I was gonna say. Here's the 3 people that watch these type of videos. One is ex-convicts. They'll watch for a little while and then they'll get tired of it because they realize a lot of it is bullshit. The other person that watches is the cat that's Scoop. He got 1 foot in the pen and he's got 1 foot out. Like, he's living that life where at any moment he might go to prison, right? It's men and women that are fucking up. And those are the ones that I try to reach, that I try to let them know that this ain't the life you want. The third type is people whose family is incarcerated, right? Like, people in the chat right now, you better believe they got a husband like your wife. They got a son, a daughter, a mom, a dad, or somebody incarcerated. So the last thing they need to be hearing is false narratives and BS, if you want to know the truth. Any of those. Yeah. Any of those.
Yeah.
Especially. So my target audience, though, is always the ones with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So let me ask you something. This is totally unexpected, and I don't care how you answer. You could say, I swear to God, I don't care how you answer, but they wanted me to ask you this bad. All my life, I don't represent any gang, and I tell the kids not to be a gang member, right? But all my life, I was a Crip. I was a Crip. I was obviously white. They want to know, would Scoops try to kill me? Would I have to kill Scoops? Like, well, they're so confused why we're doing these videos together, why we're friends. Like, they think basically you was gonna slice my throat instantly, and I don't know if you would. I don't know what the hell to tell them, right?
No. Hey, that's a myth, man. That's a myth. Listen, we grown. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. I'm still pushing the line. I'm still pushing the GP line. I'm not gonna ever stop pushing what's right. As far as you and me having issues, if we had to, bro, that would never happen because I'm 50 years old. My partner's in prison. We stopped the end of, we went and put a stop to the racial violence with the end of hostilities. It was a monumental agreement. It was a once of a lifetime, earth-shaking agreement we made with all races. We're done with this racial violence and racial hostilities. Now, Tim, I know there's been a lot of stuff in prison and CDCR, white Crips, white Bloods, we got an issue with, but that's over with. And as a man, you're a civilian. And for me, and like I told you when I first met you, man, you're obviously a good man. Why I say that is because you a single father. And there ain't big ups to the single fathers out there. My buddy Wi-Fi, he's a single father. These guys, you're not gonna meet a bad person, a bad man who's a single father and love their kid. And I've been doing this a long time, folks. I've met a lot of bad, sour soul people. I've met him. And I read people, my wife knows, and she'll tell you, I have an intuition about people. And I don't know, sometimes it's a gift, sometimes it's not a gift. I read people so fast in the first minute, I get them pegged, and it's either bad or it's good. And I've never been wrong, and that's what's kept me alive in my 31 years in prison. So, hey, bro, that stigma right there that I would try to hurt you in any way, bro, that's bullshit. I come to your house and we eat something and we play some fucking Nintendo or something, man. Or I'll come hang out with you any fucking day of the week. Josh too. And it's like, we grown folks now. We're older. We're not playing this kid shit no more. We're not playing no kid shit no more. The only time it's on, if we're on the main line and I gotta be there and it's a big race riot and I gotta get in on it, I'm getting in on it. And it's gonna be ye motherfucking Hall. And then when we're done, I shake your hand, give you a hug, and give you a soup and a shot of coffee and call you my friend.
Well, that's how it really goes. No, that's how it goes, and that's what I knew you was gonna say. You know what I said too? So I got a phone call from somebody I know in reality, in real life, one of the Crips that I grew up with and everything, and what he wanted to know was, man, what's up with this guy right there? Like, this dude is like, he is so opposite of you, Tim. Like, he is the anti-pole. He's the North Pole and I'm the South Pole, is basically like what he was saying to me and you, right? I said, well, you know what? It takes two poles to make the world go round, right? Like, hey, there's a South and there's a North at all times, and there's a bunch of shit in the middle, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, men respect men over at all times, so that's all it's about, bro. That's all it's about. And one person from Washington, D.C. said, hey, there's no way in hell I'm gonna follow Scoops. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I said, I understand. I expected there would be people that don't, because guess what? There's people that don't like me for who I am. So there's people that's not gonna like you for who you are. We gotta accept that. That's reality. This is what it is.
And I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that, and that's fine. That's cool. You know, whatever. Do you? You know, that's what I say. Do you, folks? If
Hey,
I'm not your cup of
Scoops,
tea,
listen, I'm sorry.
and-
I think you passed up 1,000 now, though. We got you past 1,000, and she got it right. Shout your channel out again, bro. We got about 350 people watching. Keep shouting it out.
Okay, so hey, folks, go to solid behind blue eyes. PBSP shoe hunger striker. That's me and my channel, man.
She
Go
done
there,
already
check
changed
it
it,
out. I got a
Scoops.
bunch of videos.
Scoops, your wife is so badass. She done already changed the name. It's Solid Behind Blue Eyes. That's the name, pure and simple now. Just like I said, I'm thinking your wife is on point.
Get on, baby.
Hey,
My
shout out
wife
to that
is
woman.
the bomb, man.
Yeah. Your wife is
My
the truth.
wife,
Solid Behind
my
Blue
wife
Eyes,
is
y'all.
the shit, folks.
If you're watching this,
Yeah, solid behind.
so
Yeah, solid behind blue eyes. Check it out,
we
man.
just got this man
Check it
across
out. And-
1,000.
That's you did, brother, and thank you very much, and thank you to you guys who's done it. And check this out. In my videos, I give up a lot of information. I only talk about corruption and CDCR and conditions of confinement and the hunger strike and the end of hostilities and my medical, how they use my medical against me in Pelican Bay when I had a back surgery go bad. It went wrong.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Hey,
And
Scoops.
they left me like that. Let me call back?
Yeah,
Let me call back.
So call me back because I want to talk a little bit about that end of hostility shit. We didn't get to touch on it too much. I really do want to talk to you
Okay.
because I'm personally curious
Okay,
about it,
got
all right? Okay. So if you didn't follow in the news, y'all, it was worldwide news about the inmates in California went on a hunger strike. I think it lasted 71 days or something like that. Multiple men literally were on their deathbed. Scoop said, I think, just had a surgery at the time, and he was physically hurting, still participated. It was 30,000 inmates, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, that participated in it. Like, it was the real deal. And he's one of them that got it started right here. That's who we're talking to.
Hotel link. You have a prepaid call from
Right.
an incarcerated individual at the California State Prison for Presa, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
All right, shoot, bro.
So listen, I was just explaining to him a little bit about the hunger strike. How many days did the hunger strike last?
Well, there's 3 of them. The first one lasted 21 days. The second one, 3 months later, lasted 17 days. And the third one, a year and a half later, lasted 59 days.
59 days. So we got a lot of people watching tonight, y'all. Listen, this tonight, I'm so happy that he called. I wasn't going to ask him to because I know for a fact he's got a lot on his mind, y'all, that just joined this. They're transferring him to federal prison. They told him he's going to the ADX in a couple days. So this is one of the last chances that the world is going to get to hear him for a minute. So he gets over there, gets settled, and everything is like, he don't even know his own future. So, man, this is such a blessing, brother. I mean, like, I'm really having fun. This is cool. We got you over 1,000 subscribers. Y'all, listen, subscribe to this man's channel. It's different, y'all. It's called Solid Behind Blue Eyes. If you look at the last live that I did and then the last video, you'll see I got it pinned in the comments. Scoops, we're live right now. So my Facebook, I think it just hit 30,000. Remember I told you it was 25 yesterday. If not 30 right now, it's about to be 30. We're live on Facebook, we're live on Instagram, and we're live on YouTube all at the same time. So we got a lot of people watching right now. And when we're saying,
Oh, yeah.
so listen, when we're saying Solid Behind Blue Eyes, we're saying on YouTube. If you're watching on any of the other apps, follow this man on YouTube, Solid Behind Blue Eyes. His friend Ronald Yandel, which was in the indictment, and he was accused of being actually one of the leaders of the Aryan Brotherhood and all this shit. He's got a YouTube channel called Sunflower 33, right? And the point to all this is these men really are now looking at a whole new future. It's uncertain. They were in an environment that they don't they're going to a whole new world, right? Imagine yourself going from junior high to high school, how nervous you was on the first day, but now you're going, now this is a little bit times a million, right? Like, this is a million. I'm going to a new school. Whether you've been to school your whole life or not, I'm still going to a new school, you know, and it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's a new school. Yep.
It sucks, but you know what?
Yep.
I think I told you everything for a reason, so I really think it's going to work out. But listen, this hunger strike and the end of hostilities and all this, how serious is people taking this into hostilities, bro? It's the real deal? It's for real? You just told me it's the real deal.
So,
it's for real?
Yeah, it's the real deal, and I'll tell you, the proof is in the pudding. And here's why I say this: if you look at the statistics, they don't lie. The statistics on GP yards, not SNY, because a lot of these other YouTubers and the cop tubers, the officers, there's a couple good ones that are still fighting the fight. They fight corruption, and right on for them. But it is for real, and here's the proof. It's in the pudding. There hasn't been zero big racial wars since we came out the shoe in 2016. I'm saying, so January of 2016. Yes, there's been a couple little hiccups, couple little scrimmages, but it's over immediately. It doesn't go on for year after year. Bodies, and none of that. It's not happening. And now look at the statistics from 1990 to 2000, 2010, all the way up to 2016, when we all came out the chute and we started to really settle down. It got kind of haywire because you got to remember, we're culture shocked. But it took a minute. I was fucked up myself on culture shock. And we felt that it's time to put an end to racial violence because the cops are winning. If they got us at odds and we're going at each other, and why am I going to go at a black dude and he ain't done nothing wrong to me? He's just black. That ain't cool. That ain't cool at all, man.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Two of my best friends in the Pelican Bay shoe for 7 years as my neighbors were validated by CDCR, validated BGF members. Allegedly, they were validated by CDCR. They're just men. They're black dudes, and they my best friends. Two of them. And I'll tell you what changed them all. I'll tell you what changed me. Years ago, when I first met my friend Ronnie, he goes, "Bro, if you walking down the hallway," and I said this on Josh's video, you walking down the hallway and the cops are attacking your homeboy, our friend right here. This is our friend, this guy next door, this BGF. And the cops are beating him up 10-on-1. What you gonna do? You gonna be a little broad and walk right by and not help your friend? Or you gonna get in it? I said, bro, you know me. I'm getting in it. So he goes, you see how dumb this racial shit is? I said, yep, you damn right, bro. It's stupid. Stupid. So at that point in my life, I'm like, you know what, man, we got to fix this. We got to fix this because I learned a lot from them two black guys, man. They helped me with the law. They helped me win 602. They helped me do a lot of, I just got a lot of education from them. Education comes from any race, anybody, anytime, and you are a complete baboon if you don't take advantage of it because he's another race. That's just my feeling, man. That's my feeling.
You know what?
Oh, I wanted to tell you too, bro.
What?
I got an Instagram too.
Oh, shout
I got
it out.
an Instagram, Solid Behind Blue Eyes. Solid Behind Blue Eyes on Instagram. Go check it out, man. It's not that big. Subscribe, follow. We don't really do a lot of work on there, but my wife might if we get more people. So
Now, I'm gonna teach her how to. I'm gonna teach her how to
Blue Eyes.
stream to both platforms at the same time. I'm gonna teach y'all everything. Don't worry.
Cool.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but hey, bro,
Hold on.
that's
Let me
the
say
thing on the end
let me
hostility.
say one thing real quick though. Don't nobody hit me up asking me to help them. I don't do this for a living. I ain't got no advice for nobody else. Scoops is doing me a big favor coming on this platform, so I'm returning the favor. But I'm not offering that for. I know my inbox gonna blow up tomorrow, Scoops, with a bunch of people asking me to help them, and I'm not trying to be an asshole. But I got a kid to raise and a job to go to. You know what I'm saying? But for you, my brother, it ain't no problem. I got you. You know what I mean? So,
That's right.
somebody's
That's
asking.
right.
Somebody's asking, are you from Northern California or Southern California? In the comments, you're from Sacramento, right?
I'm from Sacramento, the heart of California, man. It's North California, the capital. I'm from the capital, Sacramento East Side. I'm from the East Side, Sacramento. I'm from a little area, man, called Lincoln Village Park. Lincoln Village Park. That's my little area, man. And you know what's crazy? Is I've not been out of that little area in my whole life on 19 years on the streets. I've traveled more in the prison system than I ever did in my life out of my area. Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. So, but check this out, bro. And in hostilities, you guys, the proof is in the pudding. And a lot of times, what CDCR will do is they'll put statistics on their website that involves the S and Y yards. So, like they've been doing lately, right? They say, oh, all these murders, all these violence, all this shit in prison, all these staff assaults is going up. It's going up. It's going up. But what they're not telling you is that 90% of that crap is on snitch S and Y yards. They're trying to make it look like it's us that's doing it. Yes, it happens on our yard. Yes, it does. But it's controlled, isolated, and over. On the S and Y yards, them dudes are anarchy. Anarchy. If they have a bad day, they'll knock out a cop. Or they'll kick a cop in the boot. Or they'll do crazy shit. And then when it gets reported, it's reported as an incident in prison. And like I say on Josh's and on mine, it's just two different worlds. It's two different worlds, folks. Two different worlds. And they continue to try to put the rise in violence on us, GP.
So that's wrong.
That's
That's crazy that you said that, Scoop, because listen, everybody that I just told you that a lot of people are watching this prison shit because it's a different world. And you're right here telling them inside a prison there's two different worlds. Isn't that crazy? That'll blow people's minds, man.
Yes. So you got the GP side, which is 15%. Now, we got 15% GP yards left. And 85% S and Ys. And that's where most of your uncontrolled, reckless anarchy violence is coming from. Most of your staff assaults, all this. Now, yes, there's been hiccups. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I tell the truth. And there's been some little things here and there. That shit happens. And I'll give you an example. In Pelican Bay in 2017, a couple Southsiders got into a fight on the main line. Just two homeboys fist fighting, kind of drunk, a little too much on Pruno. Went out there, talked shit. And then they chucked them a little bit and laid down. Well,
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
A young cop comes running over, and he starts to kick one in the head about 5 times repeatedly. Well, the guy he's fighting, his homeboy jumps up, and he's like, get the fuck off of him, man. And he slams, pushes the cop off of him, and then 5 cops attack him. And then 25 homies get up and attack them. So it goes unreported, folks, of what they do to start it.
Right.
They started that. They didn't have to kick that man in the head 5 times, unconscious.
So let me ask you a question, Scoop. This might set you off. Listen, so this isn't particularly about 5'9" even though you clarified Renegade Media status, right?
Yeah.
Like how do y'all feel the 15%, the real ones that's really living by the rules still? How do y'all feel about? I know, is this a fucking joke? Like, do y'all sit in y'all cell and laugh when a man can't make it on the main line and then goes and joins a fucking gang over there? Like, what do y'all think about that?
Well, we just think it's disgusting. And first of all, and a lot of guys go that way, and they don't get in gangs over there. They go home and do their thing, whatever. They don't hurt nobody is what I'm saying. They tell on themselves. They tell on a few others that ain't doing nothing. I don't know. But this dude, a lot of youngsters don't know nothing, right? A lot of youngsters don't know nothing. And in the early 2000s, IGI was showing a picture of a dead body and scared this 20-year-old kid, saying that these gang members are going to kill you if you go GP. But sign on the dotted line and we can protect you. Unbeknownst to the kid, he's just signing his life away. He goes SOI. Now, dude like this guy, 5'9", listen, man, I've heard a lot of foul shit from that guy, man. And he talks about our wives. He talks about my homeboy's wife. He talks about a Mexican friend of mine, his wife, his family. He talks about Southerners, the homies down there. And this guy has no limitations on where he will go and won't go. He's getting stories out of media and morphing it into something he's seen, morphing it into his own story, and he's making thousands of dollars off you public people, man. And for me, that is disgusting. I could sit here, listen, bro, I could sit here and blow your audience's mind right now with all these gory-ass prison stories that I did. I've done a lot about bullshit in prison, and I'm not happy for it, but that's the environment they created and put me in. I grew up into a man into this society in prison. It works in this space. It is natural in this area, not y'all's area. So understand, there's two different worlds inside of one world in here. And that guy,
You have 60 seconds remaining.
He's a slimy, disgusting person who lies. And I know he's got a following. I know his people don't care. And he's got them so baffled with bullshit. It's crazy. Let me call you back, bro.
Crazy. Call me back. All right. Yeah. So listen, as you see, this is Two Scoops right here. Two Scoops was actually the one that pled guilty to the murder that started the Aryan Brotherhood RICO case, right? And these men have been indicted since 2019, and they just got word today that in about 3 days they're going to be transferred to federal prison. So his entire world is about to change.
This is Global Tel Link. You have a prepaid call from
Right.
an incarcerated individual at the California State Prison, Raposa, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5.
Hey,
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Scoop,
All right, bro.
I got a question for you to change the subject, right? So you're getting ready
Sure.
to leave CDCR. You're there now. You was talking something about prison evolution, right? Like how it evolved and how it changed while you was in the hole. So there's gonna be woods all through the state of California watching this, bro, on them cell phones and everything else. That's just real talk. We ain't ratting on nobody. We ain't telling. It's just reality, and they know it, right? Like it's prison.
Yeah.
But there's also gonna be woods watching this in Texas. There's also gonna be woods watching this all over the world in their cells, on their phones, or whatever. Man, what do you want to see the future of CDCR between these inmates? Do you personally want to see the end of hostilities continue? Like, do you want to see it get more to where, hey, because we know if it's more peaceful, people can make more money. There's a better economy. There's a better life. Like, what scoops? Since you're leaving CDCR now, don't know if you're either gonna get the parole or you're gonna fucking be in the feds, but you're not coming back to California prison system. What do you wish and want to see for the future, and what do you want the young homies to hear you say?
So that's a good question, man. And thank you for it. That's a real good question. First of all, I want to see the end of hostilities continue for the rest of prison life, rest of prison time, right? Because we seen we can move mountains and make change of laws that were in place for 30 years, right? If we come together and stay together and work our differences out politically and diplomatically in a proper manner without violence. Because I'm going to tell you why. The prison system is so accustomed and they know how to handle violence. It's the peaceful protest that they don't like, the exposure that they don't like, the transparency that they try to manipulate to the public via people like 5-9J and Dubs and the rest of them. So, you know, I want to see the system as my young folks, black, white, and Mexican, the GP side, the 15%, thrive, get an education, and go home, man. This is not the life to live. And like, as far when I came in the system, you know, it was a different era. We were told we're never going home. We were told under Pete Wilson back in the mid-'90s and the Governor Duke Majan, we never going home. That's over with. And then I heard somebody, YouTube thing said they used to tell him his parole officer hasn't even been born yet. That's a fact. We were told that type of shit. And so, like, the system, if men will stop fighting for the small stuff, like amongst each other, stop all the backbiting and the rumor controls and hating on each other, and start helping each other more and more, and demand change and come together and do what we did at Pelican Bay, man, you guys this system can be something totally different. Totally different. But if they got you bogged down on this rumor control, the gossip control, you know, people spreading lies and hating on each other behind your back just so they look a little bit better in the eyes of one of us, man, they got the whole system going to be fucked up. So I would like to see it continue, end of hostility continue, and in a more of an environment where if people are talking shit about other people that are right there, hey, put them together. Put them right there together. Here you go. Homeboy said this about you. You said this about him. Now what? Right. Shut up. Leave it alone. Can it? Leave it alone. Or, you know, just leave it alone. Let's do this something else, you know? And for like I said, man, CDCR does not like transparency. I want to see more people speak out, like me, Ronnie, Turtle, and on Caleb Kapner. Caleb Kapner, if my baby girl's listening, baby girl, put the comment in there so they know where to go to find him. And as soon as later on, I will tell you guys where to find Turtle Tortuga's interview with the reporter. That was a very well put together thing, man. So you guys will see that. But that's my hopes right there, Tim.
Nah, yeah, so real talk, man. Listen, I hope they listen to you, and I hope that's what happened. You know it, like, man, we don't need to make prison worse on ourselves, bro. This shit is already horrible. I said this before. It doesn't matter, Scoop, what state you're in. It don't matter if you're in the feds. They remove us from the free world. They take us from women.
Your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Look, they take us from women. They take us from good food. They take us from the free world. They take us from our mama. They take us from touching the fucking tree and the damn, you know what I'm saying? Everything in life, and all through history of prison, men have made it worse on ourselves. And that's something that y'all have been working on out there, and y'all doing a damn, you know, y'all done it. Y'all did it, man. Like, it's pretty cool. You know, I think other people are going to follow, they're going to listen, and they're going to pay attention to what you're saying, because I know the people that are in there right now, you're talking statistics, don't lie, right? But the men in there seeing it with their own eyes, they don't need to read the statistics. They already seen it themselves. So I don't see, it'd be a damn fool to mess it up, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Right. And Tim, I want to make clear to your audience, and you guys check me out on Solid Behind Blue Eyes. I'm on Instagram and I'm on YouTube, man. Check them out. And I talk about this on my channel quite often, man. When the public is told about violence in the prison system and CDCR, they're not told what side it's coming off of, like the SNY or the GP side or SNY. Well, they're being told one piece of violence happened, that's that. And then they get told again, and they get told again that it's happening and happening. The violent numbers are rising. But this is nothing new to me. I've been living this shit for 31 years. The only thing changed now is it's reported a lot faster. Right. And it's being reported every time something happens. So it's new for you guys. And you know, I guess there's been like 78 murders in CDCR in 2 years. 2 years. And the only reason it's a big shock to you guys is because you never hear about it that much until recently, the last 2 or 3 years. Now, in the past, in 1985, in 1986, there was 287 murders in CDCR. So let's be real about it. And back then, they don't report that number, but that's a fact. And then the racial violence started changing things. But so, like I say, man, they're not going to ever report like the real truth on what starts something, or you know, sometimes shit starts and it's unexplainable, and your life can change in the blink of an eye, folks, and that's a fact. And but a lot of times on the S&Y yards, they have no control over self. They live a different world, you know, in a different world, and it's bizarre if you ask me, because they're living with men who hurt women and children, and men who done snitched 2 or 3 times, like Jackoff J, the Mentor, the 5'9" whatever his name is. And, you know, I just don't understand how a guy can say he's got integrity. Well, you didn't have it from the day you came to prison or before. How the fuck you gonna have it when you get out to the streets, you know? That's really easy to say that to people that don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Hey, man, if you're... Tell your audience if you guys want to ask questions, shoot them, man. Now's the time, because we might not be able to do this again, bro.
No, that's facts. So if anybody, listen, if y'all have some questions for him, they're saying they're shocked in the comments that, hey, there's an active man on this channel. But let me elaborate what he said again. The actives in California are allowed to speak the truth. They're not allowed to lie. They're not allowed to snitch on nobody or say no names. But there's no rules saying that this man can't be on YouTube. He has his own YouTube channel, y'all. It's called Solid Behind Blue Eyes. Y'all make sure you subscribe to him and go follow this dude. He's Solid Behind Blue Eyes on Instagram too.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
That's right, bro. Thank you, man. You guys got to understand, when we speak out, and I only speak out on conditions of confinement and corruption of CDCR and the hunger strikes, and some about my life in prison with no names. I know what to do, what to say, and what not to say.
Right.
So if you ask me a question, if y'all ask a question, and I can't answer it because it might get me in trouble, or I might have to explain myself, I'm just not going to answer it. And I'll tell you, sorry, I can't answer that. I can't do that. No comment. It's that easy.
Somebody in the chat, do me a favor, or his wife, let me know what subscriber count he's at right now, because we're trying to get him up tonight as high as possible. And we know we will be able to continue this, right? But I don't know what the intake process is at the ADX, man. I don't know, like, if you go to some observation wing first, like, this is like some shit. I've been to the feds, but, man, I ain't been to the ADX, right? So this is something that I can't even really explain to you. And I don't know very many people that been. But, you know, I do know the majority of people that go there don't stay there. Like, look, they said you're at 1,100 subs right now, bro. So you're at 1,100 then. That's what's up. Okay.
Thank you, people, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all rock, man. Good looking out. Keep subscribing, man. Keep subscribing. Solid Behind Blue Eyes. Check it out. I got a bunch of videos already, man. Check them out.
Yeah, so
Can't go wrong. With a lot of substance.
I'm about to... I told him when summertime comes, I'm fixing to crank up a bunch of content, y'all. I've been playing with YouTube now as a hobby for 5 years, and Scoops kind of motivated me. He was like, hey, man, these busters, these rats, these dropouts, these debriefers, they got platforms, and you do too. You need to use yours more. That's what I was thinking. Like, hey, we need to not necessarily, for sure, not get on here and talk about them every time, right? But get on here and just be real men. Like, let people see how real men behave, real men think, real men act.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like
Right.
that. So, they said you're at 1,011, not 1,100. Wayne blew us up, but that's still good. Hey, it's really hard on YouTube to even get 1,000 subscribers. You know, there's people that have done YouTube 10 years that don't have 1,000 subscribers. So we're working on it. We're gonna get them up there. And I'm going to share some of his videos out to my subscribers, too. I'm going to start watching some of his stuff tomorrow. I got the day off, so I'm going to spend tomorrow talking to him, getting him ready for the channel. So what we're saying is Scoops is not sure how many times he's going to be up. Well, we know he's got a couple days left, but we don't know when the next time he'll be able to come on the internet, even on his own channel, right? So we're just having fun tonight. We're chopping it up. We're trying to build him up a little following and everything like that. That's all we're doing. Like, we're just doing a little bit of kicking it.
And I'm talking to y'all on a tablet that CDCR issued. It ain't no cell phone, so that's why I got to call back every 15 minutes.
No, they got it.
And the thing is, just remember, folks, that those who tell you actives don't talk, they're lying to you. That's, because we do. We just know what to say and what not to say, and when to talk and when to shut our fucking mouth and what not to say. And that's just a fact.
I think so. Scoops, you want to know? You want to know what I think personally, brother? So the narrative that the active guys, GP guys, aren't allowed to talk comes from the SNY fellas. I think this entire time that they've been on this YouTube, they've been doing this shit. They just been bad afraid that a real mainline cat was gonna come on and expose their ass. So they are like literally they have conditioned they have conditioned their fans to believe. They've conditioned their fans. What? Okay, so he's gonna call right back. He's gonna be right back. So that's what's really going on, y'all. People have spread this rumor that that people like him can't talk because they're worried about what people like him are gonna say. That's the real facts, right? Like, the man is telling you right now, he's been in 31 years. He's trusted by his friends. He's trusted by his brothers. He knows what to say and what not to say. But so when he says something, you better believe that he believes in it as well.
Global Tel Link, you have a prepaid call from an incarcerated individual at the California State Prison for Presa, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now.
Hey,
Thank
Scoops,
you for using Global Tel Link.
Scoops, check this out. I'm not rushing you at all. I don't care. You can take the whole 15 minutes if you want to. But this is going to be the last call because Mr. Snow woke up. I woke up early as hell. I didn't get much sleep last night. You had me excited doing the interview last night, so I had trouble going to sleep. This is your time right now.
Okay.
If you want to do it again tomorrow, I really want you to do a video with Josh, too, before you leave, for sure, because I know he has something in mind. But I want you to take this time before we sign off to tell these people anything you want. I don't care what it is, bro.
Okay. All right. Yes, thank you, brother. I appreciate your help and your support on all this stuff, man. And thank your listeners, and y'all check out Solid Behind Blue Eyes Instagram and YouTube. Our main thing's on YouTube. I got a lot of videos there already talking about conditions of prison, corruption of cops, corruption of the administration, the wardens and the headquarters and the hunger strike, all that, man. It's all substance. And I do talk a little shit about these snitch tubers because they've had my name in their mouth, my bro Ronnie's name in their mouth, a friend of mine's name in their mouth, or they're talking shit and lying to y'all, man. And so I don't know what's to come when I'm going next. I mean, I know where I'm going, but I don't know how it's going to work out. And we're going to see when I get there, man. And it's kind of exciting. All right, thank you. It's kind of exciting for me, man. And, but with that, I'll tell you guys like this. Just be very careful, please, for yourself. Don't waste your money on these dudes lying to you. it is not okay to work innocent people out of some money. Like my wife, I've never asked nobody for $1, right? But I got people all the time asking me, can they donate a few bucks so I can get me some cookies and a honey bun? Because that's the only thing make my day a little bit better is some cookies and a honey bun, right? And I got people asking all the time how they can donate a few dollars because I don't ask. And I tell them, go to my post section on my Solid Behind Blue Eyes YouTube, and it says right there how you can do it. And so, but other than that, I don't run a constant strip across the bottom of my screen trying to get me dollars or selling y'all lies and giving you bunk stories that I know are not true. That's not okay, man. I don't do that because I look at it like this. If I wasn't around with my wife, would they be lying to my wife, my mom, my dad, my people, my family, my grandson, my daughter, you, and whoever else? And that ain't cool to do that to people. I just don't feel like that's an okay thing to do. So, and understand, a lot of people talk shit about us who speak out that are active. We've been speaking out for years. It's just nobody's been listening because the snitch tubers been lying about us. They call us the boogeyman. They call us the fucking monsters of CDCR. I'm not a monster. I read. Yo hablo español muy bien. Me gusta estudiar español y mirar novelas en español. Películas en español y todo eso. So I'm bilingual. I study the law. I help youngsters try to have a better life because this is not cool. This is not cool right here. And I tell these kids when I get them on the yard right here in a dog cage. There's 10 dog cages. I go to one. Every time I get a kid next to me, I point around the cage and I ask the kid, what's cool about this life? And not one kid can tell me anything cool. So then there you have your answer. The objective is to try to get out of prison. Not to stay in prison. I know a kid that destroyed his life, came to prison with 4 to 6 years, and destroyed his motherfucking life for nothing. But that's his choice, right? We all make choices in life. Sometimes the situation kind of dictates the choice. And then you gotta make a decision. It just happens in prison, man. And if any folks that are hearing me that are GP on the GP side, they are now talking about reshoeing us again. For you guys that are left behind, man, you know, they said that this fucking this violence don't go down and all this crap. They want to reshoe us, but yet most of the shit's coming off the snitch yard, the S&Y yard. You know, why you gonna reshoe us? And then their shit's still going on. It's not gonna fix nothing. So it's just stupid. But just understand that when the cop tubers, the officers, I listen to some of them here and there, and they're fighting a good fight. They're trying to bring out the corruption, right? And I give it to them for doing that because I'm doing the same. It's just they're coming from their end, I'm coming from my end. The same objective, expose the corruption. And that's what they're doing, and I respect them for that.
No,
but all the other crap,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
We all got folks who hate a motherfucker. They hate me because they ain't me. Or they want to shade the next man. And I think it's really tacky to do that to men that are still GP, still pushing the good line. And I just went through a RICO case with my integrity intact, man. You know, and like, motherfucker, you ain't done that shit. And you people want to run your mouth about us? Like, yeah, okay, whatever. But the thing is like, life is bigger than the prison cell, man. And like Josh, the homie Hangout, shout out to him, folks. That's my friend, man. And I got a partner named Outlaw, man. He got a channel too. He exposes the snitch tubers. He does a lot of exposing. He knows a lot about prison history. and he exposes them dudes, man, and he's been doing it for years, man. But he's been on his own over here in California doing it, and it's like it's just they outnumber what the GPs are doing on the internet. Like I think a lot more of us need to speak out, right? And we've been speaking out in the Bayview newspaper for 20 years. We've been speaking out in the California Prison Focus for 20 years. In all prison legal news for 20 years. We've been speaking out. It's just y'all ain't hearing us because it's getting drowned out by these rats and the cops and CDCR's narrative. You know? And like I said, man, it goes from the snitch to the law enforcement cop to the DA to the reporters to the articles in your ears. All that whole line is contrived and bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit to make the public think that we the boogeyman and they're going to save you from the boogeyman. That's bullshit. But they'll let a chomo and a rapo, people that violate innocent women and children, go home.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
And they'll keep me locked up for the rest of my life for doing nothing. You see what I'm saying? They'll keep me, yeah, I've done some shit in prison, and that's just my life, right? But I haven't done nothing in years, man. I ain't been in trouble in 9 years. Although that 115 I told you all about yesterday, the conspiracy to kill an officer that they wrote on me, get this, I beat it, not guilty. I beat it, but I did their shoe time. I gave them their shoe time, and I beat it. I got a CDCR acquittal. And Josh can tell you, that's one of the hardest things in the world to do with CDCR, get an acquittal. Not guilty. I was found not guilty on that 115. Whatever the reason was, I was found not guilty. No evidence. So I filed a lawsuit. And I got a current lawsuit pending right now, 1983 lawsuit in the Eastern District against CDCR for manipulating shit and housing me in a bad way and using pre-trial torture because it's real. It's real. So, yeah, bro, that's my spiel, man. And you guys go to Solid Behind Blue Eyes, folks. Check us out. Subscribe. Like. I got a bunch of substance in my videos. A bunch. And I tell you a lot about my life. I don't cross no lines I ain't supposed to. I ain't cross no lines I ain't supposed to. And my life's been a fucking trip, man. I've had a doctor at Pelican Bay tell me to debrief and he'll fix my back that went wrong in a back surgery. You know, they wanted us to debrief so bad in Pelican Bay, and we didn't. Dubs did. We didn't, but Dubs did. That's a fact. And I don't care what lie he wants to tell y'all and twist it up. Whatever twist he comes with next, I don't know. I don't care. You know, I can't help it. He has a fucked up a fucked up trip he's living, but that's his own choice, man. And I don't got nothing to hate on him about other than the fact that he debriefed. And doing the debrief thing, you got to tell, man. There is no special this, I'm special. I set parameters for this, that, and the other. You can't do that, folks. That's a lie and a fat mouth. So just be aware of what you're dealing with on this internet, man. That's all I leave you guys with. Be aware of what you're dealing with, and don't give your money away to these fucking snitch-tubing clowns, because that's not cool. That's not cool. And if they're listening, what you doing is wrong, man. That's wrong to do innocent people like that. I don't care what you're telling your fucking followers, man. Why don't you tell them the truth? You're not, they're not going to tell y'all what they did to lock up. They're not going to tell you what they did wrong politically on the yard. They're going to paint you a pretty story, all sorry, woe is me. I was the best soldier. I was the best dude. I did this. I had the keys. I did that. I had those keys. Motherfucker, you didn't have nothing, man. You locked up when the heat got hot. And then you went over here and joined the game in the PC side with a bunch of snitches and rapos and chomos. And then you told on them.
That's what I'm
if that's
saying.
integrity,
That's
I guess I don't have that type of integrity.
Yeah.
So, Tim, thank you, bro. That's my spiel, my friends. Subscribe, Solid Behind Blue Eyes, folks.
Say,
Check
listen,
us out, man.
We got him over 1,000 tonight, y'all. That was the original goal, is to get this man over 1,000. We got a couple hundred, few hundred people watching right now. We're still live on Facebook. We're live to over 30,000, about 35,000 for sure on Facebook. We're live to reaching out to 87 on YouTube and all this, man. Say, I understand, and he said too, we understand some of y'all don't like me. We understand some of y'all won't like him. That's cool. Hey, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If that's it, skip. This ain't for you. Skip us then. Go fuck with the guys that debrief. Go fuck with the guys that told on their friends and their family and fucking the guys that, you know what? These guys told on people that would end their life, give their life for these fucking men, and they told on them. If you want to follow fucking people like that, if you want to follow them right over the fucking edge, then be my guest. Be Scoop's guest, man, because we're trying. We're fucking here trying to open y'all's fucking eyes to realize this is life. And I got to send one special shout out real quick, bro. My brother from another mother is in the chat right now, and he's 25 years in on a life sentence, and he's up for parole this year. And I want everybody to say a prayer for my brother Prisoner X too. Everybody that watches this, because he makes videos with me sometimes also, right? And he's saluting you. And let me tell you something. This, Scoops, he's a black Muslim that's 25 in, and he just saluted you and me, brother. That shows the world everything ain't like they think. And I appreciate you for being on this platform, man. Listen, we're gonna pray for you. Everybody pray, because he's talking about pretrial torture. Now his real life is worried about post-trial torture. We don't want this man to go through shit that's illegal, shit that ain't right. So we're trying to give him a voice. He's building his own platform. He's welcome on this platform. He's welcome on Homie Hangout. Like, we're friends, man. We fucking with this guy. You know what I mean? So hopefully some of the shit that was happening to him won't be happening to them.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Scoops, God bless you, my brother. Be careful. And congratulations to my brother Wayne. Wayne got a CDLA today too, man. Shout out to you, Wayne. I seen you in the comments. Scoops, appreciate you, bro. Have a great day, man.
All right, brother. Thank you, and shout out to you and your viewers. And hey, solid behind blue eyes. Check us out, folks. Take care. And the homeboys you just mentioned. A special shout out to you guys, man. Much love and respect. Keeping it solid from California, man. With respect. Take care, folks. Stay solid. Solid behind blue eyes. See ya.
Much love from Texas, brother. We'll see you later. I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much for watching tonight. If you're watching on Facebook, do me a favor, hit that share button, man. It goes a long ways, right? And I'll catch y'all later. Tim